My Sylvia needs a new alternator, so it's finally time I install the LS1 alternator upgrade, but first, I need to get the cart in my shop. And with a flat tire in the rear, I decided to bust out the new wheels I've been hoarding and hope for the best that they'll fit. And luckily I got there, even though my rear wheels were rubbing the entire way. Anyways, after taking off the skid plate, it's time to start uninstalling my stock alternator. First, we have to disconnect the sensor, the positive terminal that goes to the battery, as well as our ground. Then I broke loose the lower bolt and moved on to uninstalling the top bolt, plus as many accessible bolts to the stock alternator bracket. This allows me to push the alternator belt to the side and then remove the bottom bolt fully. Now with nothing holding the alternator, I used the pry bar to push it out. The alternator didn't have enough room to come out, so I sprayed my sway bar with some PB Blaster and loosened both ends, allowing me to open up a gap where I wiggled it out from. Up next are the belts. In order to remove the alternator belt, I had to use a breaker bar to turn the pulleys, exposing the bolts needed to loosen and pull out the power steering belt. I also loosened and removed the AC belt and finally the alternator belt. Then I fully removed the stock alternator bracket. Now to install all the new parts for the LS1 alternator upgrade. Stay tuned.